Gemma Collins has told radio host Steve Allen to kiss her big juicy A after he made cruel jibes about Strictly star Tilly Ramsay's weight. The former The Only Way Is Essex star took to her Instagram stories to share a snap of a delicious piece of cake as the hit out at the LBC presenter. Gemma, 40, told radio host Steve, 67, to leave the teenage Strictly Come Dancing star alone as she joked he should join her for some cake. The star hit back against him as she wrote on top of a photograph of a piece of cake as she dined at patisserie shop Café Concerto. "Steve Allen join me for some cake hun," Gemma scathingly wrote. "And leave the lovely Tilly Ramsay alone. She's beautiful, the GC has spoken. Kiss my big juicy A," she signed off the post on her Instagram stories, alongside a peach and kissing face emojis as she tagged Tilly, 19. It comes after it was revealed that Gemma was brutally dubbed Gemma the Hutt by radio host Steve and tweets unearthed by angry listeners. The broadcaster is currently embroiled in a row with Strictly star Tilly, after he labeled her a chubby little thing live on air. In some recently of Steve's recently unearthed tweets, he could be seen calling Gemma names, referring to her size during her star turn on The Only Way Is Essex. Steve tweeted in 2014, "That's Bobby and Harry, the really out to lunch Lydia Dim and her on-off boyfriend Fat Boy Fat Arg, who slept with the beach hut Gemma." Then a week later he hit out at Gemma once again. "Sick, poor Gemma, fat and boring, no friends apart from Bobby, known as Little M's Misery. It's all going pear-shaped, and how we laugh," Steve tweeted. Spiteful Steve's job could be at risk as LBC faces calls to sack the host after his latest comments about Strictly star Tilly live on air. Furious fans took to Twitter to air their views and demanded the station remove him after he branded her a chubby little thing. One fumed, "Can't believe at LBC Steve Allen made such horrible comments about a young lady. He should be sacked for shame." Another mocked, "I don't generally criticize people for their looks, but since he opened the door, has got some brass neck for a man who looks like a thumb that's been hit by a hammer." Steve's obsession with Gemma and her size continued into the following year when he likened the reality mogul to the Star Wars character, Jabba the Hutt, the villain known for his gluttony and big size. Apparently Gemma the Hutt does have a shop in Brentwood very near the Slug and Lettuce, insert own joke here, he tweeted in 2015. And now Gemma the Hutt thinks she might be pregnant. "Ha ha ha, what do you mean love, you think? Unprotected sex," he wrote a few months later in 2016. As if his comments about Gemma and Tilly were not enough, Steve really seems to have it in for plus-size people when he banned anyone over 10 stone from listening to his show. "Some poor creature suggested many of my listeners are female and overweight, bloody cheek, no one is allowed to listen over 10 stone, Steve tweeted in 2013. Tilly, who is the daughter of Chef Gordon Ramsay, hit back straight away when she heard what Steve had said about her, reminding him that words can hurt. Yesterday, Steve said, "She can't blooming well dance. I'm bored of her already. She's a chubby little thing, isn't she? Have you noticed? Probably her dad's cooking, I should imagine." Tilly responded with a long note posted to her Instagram. She wrote, "I try not to read and listen to comments and negativity. However, recently being called out on a national radio station by a 67-year-old man is a step too far. Steve, please feel free to voice your opinions, however I draw the line at commenting on my appearance. It's such a shame that someone is trying to make such a positive experience negative. This isn't the first and definitely won't be the last comment made about my appearance. But please remember that words can hurt, and at the end of the day I am only 19. I understand that being in the public eye obviously comes with its own repercussions, and I've been aware of this from a young age. However, I won't tolerate people that think it's okay to publicly comment and scrutinize anyone's weight and appearance." Tilly, who is the youngest competitor in the new series and one of the youngest in the show's 17-year history, received an outpouring of support on social media. Dad Gordon did not comment, but other members of the Ramsay clan added their voices in support. Sister Holly, 21, wrote, "Very well said #beckoned, while older sister Megan, 23, said, "Love you Tills."